AEW Revolution, we saw what I thought was one of the greatest, or at least modern day age, best tag matches in wrestling between the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and the current AEW Tag Team Champs, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. I gave the match an A+. From my star rating scale, I do A's, B, C, I grade it from A to B. Well, A, B, C, D, and F. And I gave it the highest rating on my scale, an A+. Dave Meltzer said the match was so good that the match was so out of this world that it is one of the very few matches to break the 5-star rating scale. He gave the match 6 stars. That's right. Omega, once again, breaks the scale and gets a 6-star rating from one Dave Meltzer. So let's talk about this. I do think it's interesting. Once again, we have a match here that I know, I'm pretty sure Dave gets a lot of flack for this. But when you tell the world that the highest rating you have is 5 stars, that's it. It's 5. 5 is perfection. And then you get a match that essentially breaks that scale, saying that it's better than perfect, better than perfection. I don't know what precedence that sets. And again, when you have a scale, meaning you're ranking these matches from worst to best, and you say this match is better than perfection, you're also saying this match is better than this match, or this match, or this match, and this match. And that's the question I ask you guys. Based off of what Dave Meltzer is telling you in his scale, where the top rating you will get, well, now it's 7 stars. I guess now that's the new standard. That's the new greatest match of all time. The greatest match of all time, according to Dave Meltzer, is Omega versus Okada from New Japan Dominion 2018. Still, this match is basically better than perfection off of the 5-star rating scale. Is it though? What you're also saying is when you give matches like this 6 stars, you're also telling the world, hey, this match is better than literally any match in WWE history. Because that's what he's saying. There has never been a single 6-star match in WWE. There have been 5-star matches. There have been 5.25 star matches. There have been 5.5 star matches. But there has never, ever been a 6-star match. Now, do I think Omega and Page versus the Young Bucks deserve 6 stars? Hey, I give it an A+ on my scale. I believe it is one of the best tag matches in wrestling history. Period. Hands down. That's my opinion. I run into trouble, though, when I start saying it's better than the following matches. Because let's just discuss what matches actually have 5 stars. What, based off of Dave Meltzer's scale, is one of the best or the best matches in wrestling history. Here are the matches here. I have it written down, actually. The recent one of the recent ones, is the Undisputed Era versus Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, a.k.a. Mustache Mountain. This was on an episode of NXT TV, really. It was July 11th, 2018, the infamous match where Tyler Bate threw in the towel for his partner. That got 5 stars. Yes, I agree that is definitely one of the best tag matches in history. I agree. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, steel cage match, SummerSlam 1994. I feel like all their matches were classics. This one, definitely worth 5 stars. I think the WrestleMania 10 match was also worth 5 stars. I don't think he gave that match 5 stars, though. Should have. because that was a classic. I feel like the WrestleMania match, in my personal opinion, the WrestleMania 10 match was better than their steel cage match. From my perspective. Not saying the steel cage match wasn't a classic either. It's just I feel like their WrestleMania match was better. The Gargano versus Ciampa match at New Orleans 2018, absolute 5-star. Walter versus Tyler Bate. NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. Okay, yeah, definitely worth 5 stars. Actually, he gave that 5.25. Oh, 5.25 stars. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm feeling that. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. NXT TakeOver, 25. Not the New York match. That's also on here, I think. But the one following it, 5.25 stars. Okay. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10. Ladder match, 5 stars. See, that one I don't agree with all that much. I think it's a fabulous match. Outstanding match. But that's one of those matches over time, it doesn't seem as great because there are better matches. There have been much better ladder matches following it. But hey, look, here's my thing. If that gets a 5-star, then the TLC matches between the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian deserve 5 stars as well. The one at SummerSlam 2000 is a 5-star classic, and the one at WrestleMania 17 is a 5-star classic. Which, by the way, neither one of them got 5 stars. I have my issues with that. But regardless, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10, 5 stars. Then we got the New Orleans 2018 6-man ladder match for the North American title. Cole, EC3, Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet's debut, and Velveteen Dream. Absolute classic. I agree. Dave Meltzer basically said this was better than the other ladder matches between the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. I don't know about that, buddy. But it's his opinion. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. That was Bad Blood 1997. Absolute 5 stars. The debut of Kane? You goddamn right. Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. 5 stars. Oh, no disagreement there. That has to be one of the best NXT TakeOver main events in history. Maybe one of the best WWE main events in history. I might actually go with that. I agree with that. CM Punk versus John Cena, Money in the Bank 2011. No disagreements there. Gargano versus Cole. There it is, New York. That just got 5 stars? No, it didn't. I'm pretty sure that was 5.5. Let me look that up real quick. Because Dave Meltzer said that was the greatest match in WWE history. This is the apex. I might, you know what? I'm gonna say 5.5 for now. I'm gonna have to do my research, but someone look that up. Because Dave Meltzer said Gargano versus Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver New York 2019 was the greatest match in WWE history. Period. Was better than Hart versus Austin. Was better than any of the Austin versus Rock matches. Was better than any Kurt Angle match. By the way, a match he didn't give 5 stars to, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. How do you not say that's a classic? That is literally one of the greatest matches ever. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21. He didn't give that 5 stars. It's one of those things where you go, dude, are you biased against WWE? Because how do you miss matches like that? How is that not a 5-star match? But this is okay. So the final match, of course, was Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, 5 stars. So I believe we're missing a lot of matches. I can't even give you a number of how many matches we're missing. One match that's not on this list, that's not a 5-star. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. I don't care what anyone says. That's a classic. That might be the best WrestleMania match of all time. Period. The best WrestleMania one-on-one singles match of all time. When Taker still had the streak. I don't care what anyone says. Now, I'm biased because I was there live, but that's how I feel. Mankind versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. A match that literally defined an era. Yeah, that's not on here. King of the Ring 1998. Like I said, the TLC matches between the Dudleys, Hardys, Edge, and Christian. Neither one of them, SummerSlam 2000 or WrestleMania 17, now a 5-star classic. I thought Savage and Steamboat were classics. I didn't really see a 5-star rating from Dave Meltzer on that. But yeah, Savage and Steamboat. That's not a classic. I thought Hogan and Warrior from WrestleMania 6 was a classic. I thought Rock and Hogan from WrestleMania 18 was a classic. Warrior and Savage, WrestleMania 7. Austin Rock from WrestleMania 17. Edge and Mick Foley. See, Edge and Mick Foley from WrestleMania 22 gets no love. No kind of love. And that might be the best hardcore match. Well, in WrestleMania history for sure. But one of the best hardcore matches in WWE history. Period. Period. And someone just said, well, Taker and Mankind was just 2 spots. It was more than just 2 spots. They actually had a match. It went from bell to bell. You might have to go back and watch it. It was a match. Randy Orton versus Mick Foley, Backlash 2004. Like that goes on unnoticed for some reason. That is a highly overlooked match. I don't get that. That is, in my opinion, the best Randy Orton match ever. Period. Period. People don't talk about the Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels Iron Man match, which people consider a classic, and yeah, it is. It's not as great as it used to be, but it is a classic. For sure. And there's so many other matches I'd be here talking about. There's not enough time. There's not enough time. For me, when I take into consideration that all of these matches are below, what Dave Meltzer is telling you is that all the matches I just named, are not as good as this tag match between Omega, Page, and the Young Bucks. I gotta be honest, I can't sit here in good conscience, and agree with that. I can't. Now, it's his opinion, and there's nothing wrong with him having his opinion, but I'm sorry. You will never, ever see me say that a match is better than any of the Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker matches. That includes the one in 1997. That's gotta be Kane. And the one at WrestleMania 25. You'll never see me say that. Those are apex, legendary matches that just can't be touched. Period. Period. I honestly don't think, and this is just how I feel, I don't think this tag match with the Young Bucks, Omega, and Page is better than any of the TLC matches between Edge, Christian, Dudleys, and Hardys. There's nothing. There is no tag match, period, that is better than any of those matches. Sorry. The stuff they did has not been replicated. Until I see something that is better than Jeff Hardy getting speared off the titles. Not once, but twice. When I see something better than that, okay, we can talk. But there has yet to be a bigger moment than Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off the titles. And that's just to name a few. I'm sorry, but the fact that that's not even a 5-star rating from Dave Meltzer, really, bruh? Can't agree with that. In terms of NXT, listen. I'm sorry, but I think what was it? It was a 6-man ladder match for the North American. I was gonna say U.S. title, the North American Championship. I feel like that's a little better. I would have to vote for that. I thought Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa's first match their first match was actually at the Cruiserweight Classic, but their first match in their feud on NXT TakeOver, that's one of the greatest matches of all time. Period. You're not gonna see me argue against that. Period. Sorry. I thought CM Punk versus John Cena was on a totally different level. Like, if any match deserved to break the scale in WWE, and this is the only time you will ever see me praise a John Cena match and say it's better than perfect, it was that Money in the Bank match. That is one of the greatest matches of all time. That literally influenced an entire generation. Dave Meltzer doesn't think about what these matches are going to do long-term wise. Do I think this match between Omega and Page and the Young Bucks is a classic? Absolutely. It's going down in history as one of the best tag matches, period. One of the best tag matches. It's just when you say it's a 6-star match, you're also saying it's better than all these other matches. And I'm sorry, I can't agree with that. I also will never agree that Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle's match at WrestleMania 21 is not as good as this tag match. I'm never going to agree to that. Not taking away from what the tag match is, because the tag match is a fabulous match that I can watch over and over and over again and still love. Years down the line, I'll still love it. It will always be an A+ in my books. But on the scale of other A+ matches, it won't compare to the likes of. And someone just said CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. That is also a classic. That is a SummerSlam classic. One of the best SummerSlam matches of all time. I didn't even mention AJ Styles versus John Cena. Another SummerSlam classic. Now, I'll go out on a limb and say, yeah, this tag match just about edges the Cena versus Styles matches. I might even put this over. Might even put it slightly over Punk and Lesnar. Just a little bit. But there's still matches I would never ever say is not as great. You will never ever hear me say Bret Hart versus Steve Austin is not as good as this tag match. Sorry. You would at least hear me say it's just as good. Some of these matches I'm sorry, like, I think about just thinking about Angle versus Michaels, man. Like, I can't say it's worse. I can at least say it's just as good. People don't mention, like, Bret Hart versus Bulldog at SummerSlam 1992. Thank you, Phoenix Star. That's a classic. Like, honestly, I'll say the tag match is a tad bit better than that match, too. Just like a hair. A hair. But you know what tag match doesn't get mentioned? The one with Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit for the WWE Tag Team titles. 2002. No Mercy. Right? Was that No Mercy? No Mercy. Yeah. That is definitely one of the best tag matches ever. Ever. It just really goes to show you, we as fans, we're slaves to recency bias. We all have it. I think down the line, and I hope Dave Meltzer does this. I hope down the line, he should go back and look at these WWE matches. The ones in particular he needs to look at. This is the list of matches I think he should grade over again. The TLC matches, for sure. The Triple Threat TLC matches, they need a complete redo. Because there's no way in hell people can watch those matches and not say they're classics. Sorry. They need a complete overhaul of what those matches, the quality of those matches are. The Shawn Michaels versus Taker match at WrestleMania, he gave a 4.75. Bro, give that a 5-star. Don't be stubborn and not say it's a 5-star match. That's a 5-star match and you know it is. Maybe their match at WrestleMania 2010. What was that? WrestleMania 26? The match at WrestleMania 26, okay. Yeah, that 4.75. That didn't really feel like a classic. I'll give you that one. But still, like, there are a lot of matches that if Omega and Page versus the Young Bucks, if that is 6 stars, fine. Okay. Hey, one of the best 10 matches in history, that's 6 stars. If that 6 stars Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels is definitely 6 stars. Punk versus John Cena is definitely 6 stars. That might be better than 6 stars. You might need to go back and relook over these matches. Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa for sure is 6 stars. And whatever match they're having at NXT TakeOver Tampa, that might be 6 stars too. I'm just saying. It's just a lot of matches I feel get overlooked and underappreciated when you give ratings like this out. That's all I'm gonna say. And we can be here all day talking about matches that I haven't mentioned. I didn't even mention the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 21, which I think is a classic. The first one ever, that was the best one. The best Money in the Bank match is, and most likely always will be, the first one. There hasn't been a one to top it. Not one. We've had some great matches for Money in the Bank. Some amazing matches. But that first one, absolute classic. And they won't say it's an absolute classic, because guess who's in it? Yep, Benoit. I didn't even mention the triple threat match at WrestleMania 20. Absolute classic. That might be the best triple threat match in WrestleMania history. Only seconded probably to Bryan versus Batista versus Orton at WrestleMania 30. Another classic. It's way too many classics. Way too many. That get overlooked. So, hey. Let me know down below what you feel. Like, I'm gonna read some comments. I'm gonna take a good 5 minutes. 5 minutes to read some of your comments here. I really want to get your thoughts on this. Like, for real. Speak up a little bit. I want to hear what you have to say about the 5-star, 6-star, the rating system. Because this is interesting. Like, this match is basically better than any WWE match ever. That's what Dave Meltzer is saying. AEW within, what? Let's see. October, November, December, January, February. 4 or 5 months, within 4 or 5 months, already has a better match than anything that WWE has done. Interesting. Let's see. Nezel? Is that how you say your name? Nezel Zeta says, Rock versus Austin, all their WrestleMania matches are classics. Yes, they are. Well, yes. The 17 match was definitely a classic. The 15 match, I don't remember what grade I gave it. I think I just gave it an A. It was outstanding. I wouldn't say it's a classic, but hey, if you feel that way, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Let's see. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. Brian from Houston Ketchum. Nice name. Yeah, I said it before, that's one of the greatest, if not the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. In my personal opinion, it's the greatest of all time. I agree. Definitely should be a classic. Someone just said John Cena versus Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania. Wish it was at WrestleMania. SummerSlam 2013. Yeah. Definitely an outstanding, superb wrestling match. Followed by one of the best heel turns ever. So I agree. Let's see here. Jericho versus Shawn Michaels in 2008. Their entire feud was absolute classic. But the ladder match, yeah, I agree. Definitely one of the best ladder matches of all time. DIY versus the Revival. Yes, sheer classic. Is it better than Omega Page versus the Young Bucks? I don't know about that. Sasha versus Bayley. Oh, absolutely. Wait, is that not a 5-star match? Oh, hell no. Meltzer, what you doing, buddy? How is Sasha Banks versus Bayley not a 5-star match? That is a classic from Brooklyn. Well, people don't talk about their Iron Woman match, which I feel is a classic as well. But yeah, like, absolutely. Sasha and Bayley had a classic in Brooklyn. Eddie versus Rey Mysterio. Yes. 1997. That's WCW, though, not WWE. We didn't talk about... We're not talking New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're not talking WCW. We're talking AEW and WWE. Because the point of this video is Dave Meltzer saying AEW already has a match that's better than any WWE match in history. That's what he's saying. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens Battleground 2019. Yeah. Oh, that was... I give that match an A. I said it was outstanding. I probably, if I go back and watch it, might give it an A+. We'll have to see. The Rock versus Triple H Judgment Day. Is that the Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels as the referee? I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that one. Triple H versus Mick Foley, Rumble 2000. Oh yeah, outstanding match. Was one of the first matches to put Triple H on the map. Their Hell in a Cell match doesn't get talked about. The match between Mick Foley and Triple H, the Hell in a Cell match, oh, one of the best. Top 5 for sure. Nakamura versus Zayn TakeOver. Oh, absolutely. That was a 5-star classic if there ever was a 5-star classic. Thank you for bringing that one up. That was outstanding. Neville versus Sami Zayn. You tripping, Meltzer. You tripping, buddy. That's one of my favorites. Zayn versus Neville. You're not going to find a better match than that. Cole versus Gargano 3 stages. Oh, yeah. That was also a classic. That was only 5 stars, I think. Wait, did I even get 5 stars? I don't think that was on the list. Oh, that was not on the list. Okay, sure. I thought all their matches, all the matches between Cole and Gargano were classics, for sure. The Zayn, because we're all Zayn, right? The Zayn versus Cesaro series. Oh, you're talking about the 2 out of 3 falls match. You know what? I never thought about that being a classic match. I'll have to go back and watch it. For sure. I might be on board with that being a classic. We already talked about Revival DIY. Yes, sir. Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic from this past TakeOver is the best. One of the best big man matches ever. Ever. So definitely 5 stars. Taker versus HBK, WrestleMania 25 is not 5 stars. Nope, it's not 5 stars. Okay, let's do one more, then I'm going to get out of here. I don't want to keep you up here too long, guys. Let's do one more. Who's it going to be? What you got for me? Hey. What you got to say? Hollywood, Higher Mike versus Taker. Sure, you funny. 2018 War Game match. What grade did I give that? I said it was outstanding, I think. Angle versus Brock Lesnar, Iron Man. Oh my goodness, you are absolutely right. That is a 5-star classic. The one on SmackDown? 2003? I agree. Wholeheartedly. Ziggler versus Miz, No Mercy 2016. I'm pissed off that never main evented the show. That should have main evented the show. Over Orton versus Bray Wyatt. What the hell is that? Alright, guys, that's it. So, give me your thoughts down below. Do you believe this match deserves 6 stars? Omega and Page versus the Young Bucks. Do you believe it deserves 6 stars? And if you do you agree that it is believable that this match is better than every single WWE match we have? And if you don't, what matches do you believe deserves to be 6 stars? Or better? Let me know. I'm curious. I look forward to reading your comments. I want to know if you agree and why. And if you don't agree, what matches do you think are better than this match and deserve to be 6 stars or higher? That means just as good or better. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being a part of my day. Thank you for making me a part of yours. I will see you later tonight for my SmackDown review. Don't miss it. Catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.